The other guy going, what? And the guy trying to run it in for the score, and he's going nowhere.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Caesars Superdome. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and the New Orleans Saints. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Jameis going to look to throw right away. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's got some space here. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. And even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. Thomas has got it, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
Kamara is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Again, Kamara. And this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he's stopped at the 1-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And this time he is in. Alvin Kamara. He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Out of the gun, Stafford. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. There's Chris Olave. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Stafford's throw here, hauled in by Kupp. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Ooh, the juke. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw, Stafford. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip it? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Stafford. Just get rid of it.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing is Stafford. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
2nd down and goal. Stafford sliding out of the pocket.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
And the Saints are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, it's 9-0.
Right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Jameis to throw it. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, Kamara. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. Winston now. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards. As a defense, what a nuisance when you look on the other side and they've got a tight end that can run a post route like that. And you felt the ground shake, didn't you? Oh, even all the way up here in this booth. How about when he grabbed the football? You could see the terror as everyone was thinking, do I even want to try and tackle that big man? And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. In motion right is Thomas. On 1st and 10, Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Trying to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now,
he's got a man complete. Touchdown, L.A. Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that trims the lead down to 9. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Jameis now on first down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
A dangerous return man showing it here.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago and threw the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The first down throw for Winston.
This one taken in by Olave. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the red zone now, Winston.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Fourth down, Winston. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Kamara up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
To throw again on second down, Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Lutz with the extra point, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw is Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. Finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, L.A. Cam Akers, 68 yards. And the Rams get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that trims the lead down to 9. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. First down, Winston. Tries the left side and finds Olave. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. And this one is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Winston. got an open man. It's Olave. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. The kick by Lutz is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. But to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Stafford to the right side and complete to Jefferson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford forced out to his left. Open man is Higbee, the tight end.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
It was P.J. Williams that time on the tackle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Stafford under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So now Stafford and the Rams are after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 7. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10. Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. They'll run on first down with Akers. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Throwing on second down, Stafford. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Stafford now to throw. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Robinson's got it. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this with Akers. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball and saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And the tight end Ebron in motion. Winston now from the 50. The pass caught by Olave.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
20.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Alvin Kamara.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Looks good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
When it's well executed, a wide receiver screen can often be a thing of beauty, but so many things have to go right in order to complete it. Blocking out in front, timing of the quarterback with the receiver, and oftentimes everything gets set, and guess what? They drop the football.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now that'll be caught by Cobb. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. There's Stanford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them. His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Winston.
He completes it to Olave.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Jameis now on 1st down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
55 rushing yards rushing for him so far, and a boatload of touchdown runs as well.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at him. We've got him now.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New touchdown ground. And the Saints have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Takk McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now Winston on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. Breaks the tackle, now with Allen. Still going. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw, Stafford. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Ready.
After the sack on 1st down, Stafford, throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. It's a foot race. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Touchdown! Michael Thomas, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that would bump the lead up to 26. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Going quickly here to Thomas.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Winston here to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Play action now, Winston. And, oh, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Taylor Rapp with a pick.
And the Rams will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for New Orleans, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for L.A., add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the